Austrian authorities allege an ex-IDF intelligence officer is the mastermind behind a 200 million euro scam. Officials in Vienna say Ilan Zoria provided software to manipulate financial data, which could fraud consumers. Zoria is the founder of the binary options platform Tradologic. Investigators claimed he used this platform to manipulate prices to ensure that fraudsters came on top. He denies any wrongdoing. And joining me here in the studio is I-24 News defense correspondent Daniel Tzemach. Daniel, thank you for being with us. Daniel, we're hearing a lot of success stories of technological wizards coming out of this intelligence unit in the Israeli army called A200. But then comes this story which shows that all this technology acquired in the army is not always used for good purposes.
Exactly right. And there are several examples of, taking the advanced sort of learning methods that many different soldiers gained in A200 and using it for sinister means. In this case, we're talking about the binary options scheme, which is, of course, a huge controversy here in Israel. But it also goes to show that he was able to employ some technological skills, as you mentioned, manipulating software so that certain prices could be adjusted, so that people would be investing in what they thought maybe was reasonable stock, maybe penny stocks, things of that nature. But ultimately, it was all pre-designated to lose. It was designated to have the main suspect here bringing in the big bucks. He does seem to suggest here that this is really just a lie, it's a hoax, and really it's a competitor of his that is pinning this on him in order to take him down. But unfortunately, there are examples that we've seen of, people that have gotten out of the unit and have been able to use some of the very advanced sort of methods and technologies, and here we're talking about algorithms for sinister motives.
And of course, if we look at how the story is portrayed, yes, there are various people around the world from all corners of the globe working on such platforms. But when it comes in with an Israeli intelligence officer, it sheds a bad light on a unit which many of the people coming out of there actually made very good use of the technology they acquired there.
Absolutely right. I think that's it's definitely, as far as Israel is concerned, and really it's one of the most prideful elements of the Israeli military is A200. It might be one of the most largest units, but it's also absolutely one of the most elite units. And for the most part, as you mentioned, they do create a lot of good, whether we're talking about technologies that not only Israelis are using every day, but around the world. Several advanced technologies relating to the cell phones that we use, to intelligence gathering and things of that nature that are oftentimes used for good means. In this case, we are talking about somebody who seemed to have money on their mind more than anything else, and may have been caught red-handed, at least as far as the Austrian authorities are concerned.
No.